and welcome to an episode of Games Over Plastic. This is episode 42. Obviously, our main host, Midnight, is not here. It's a little one-on-one episode with Hodge and I, so should be a good one.
Could
Um,
be.
yeah, before we begin, we want to say that you can follow us on social media platforms, Games Over Plastic, YouTube, podcast services, wherever you want to listen. Leave us a comment, leave us a review. Really, anything that would help us. We like to engage with the audience. But yeah, so this is just a one-on-one episode between me and Hodge. So before we begin, though, Hodge, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I was watching the noon kickoff today. For those who don't know, we record Saturday mornings, and it's in Ames, Iowa, because it's the Cyhawk game today, the Civil War of Iowa. So everyone, you can't go into a store around here without running into just everything, either black and gold or red and gold, and or I don't know what their colors officially are called, but you know what I'm talking about: black and yellow and the red and gold. And so it's a hectic day around here, but it's been a lot of fun. It's a fun rivalry, so I'm gonna watch the second half after we're done recording. But also, it looks like your camera slipped behind a screen or something. You got a little black on the side of your.
There we
There
go.
you
Not anymore.
go. All right, but yeah, I'm excited to be here. Sadly, yes, Midnight cannot join us. He's doing much more important things, so he's off this week. And so you and I decided let's do a topic that Midnight probably wouldn't have too much to add to, so we figured we'd roll with what we're rolling with today.
Yeah, and that topic is we're going to be ranking the Naughty Dog games. But as always, before we do that, we're going to talk about what we are playing. And yeah, should be a good time. And we are going to start. I'll start with you, Hodge. Hodge, tell us what you have been playing.
All right. Well, so as everyone knows, if you listen to this, which really quickly, thank you again to people who have our numbers have gone up a little bit since Locke's awesome shout out to us.
Oh, yeah.
So anyone who's new, welcome. I hope you've been enjoying the shows. We have a lot of fun doing this. But I am getting into spoopy season. So back in 2020, short story. Obviously, the world was just kind of shitty because of COVID and everything. Everything was locked down. So Labor Day weekend of 2020, I was just like bummed out. So I was like, you know what? I'm putting up my Halloween decorations, even though it's like the middle of September. And so I put them up. And so ever since then, I've had a tradition of my Halloween decorations go up Labor Day weekend. So I'm in spoopy season mode right now, which leads me to the games I've been playing. But first, I was playing, finished Hogwarts Legacy. I've been off for a few weeks, which everyone's joking that they need to have a counter on this show of how many times I've got new jobs and stuff like that. But so I'm waiting for a new job to start because the last one did not go so well. But so I played through Hogwarts Legacy, beat it in probably about a week and a half, maybe. I loved this game. The like I said last week, going through the castle, just finding all the little Easter eggs from the books, from the movies, just from everything. It's so fun. The open world, it actually grew on me. At first, I was like, it's not great. It's kind of Hogsmeade, Hogwarts, in the open world, which is how it's displayed on the map. But I like all three. The open world isn't the best. It's pretty simple. There's these little towns you can stop in, and there's always like a chest or a demiguise or whatever. It's pretty bare bones and simple. But as you know, I am a person who loves a collectathon type game. It has to just be spawned from me as a kid playing Spyro and finding every single diamond or like every single gem. Like it's just how, because back in the day, that's all we had with games is we didn't have achievements, or we didn't have our own
Kind of made up our own stuff. Yeah.
yeah, we didn't have our own income to just constantly buy games. So we played what we had. And so I would play Spyro until it was like completely beaten, until there was literally nothing else to do, because that's just how we had to play games. So I grew up as a collectathon kind of guy. So the fact that this game had like 900 things you had to collect, I didn't care. I just went through and I got them all. I cleared the entire map. I even did the platinum run, which you have to play basically the opening 2 hours of the game 4 times. So I did it. I beat it. I normally, as you know, I'm not the biggest platinum hunter. If any game, like some other games I'm going to talk about, have difficulty trophies, I don't do them because I just don't care to go through and play the game again on impossible difficulty or no death difficulty or any of that kind of stuff. So
Because you're a fake gamer, right? Yeah.
yeah, I'm a fake gamer girl. But yes, but the platinum for Hogwarts Legacy, I found it to be a blast. I enjoyed every second with that game. The worst part of the game, honestly, is probably the story, which it's not bad, but it's probably the weakest aspect of it. Obviously, they add a bunch of new lore that isn't in any of the books or anything, so it's a completely new addition to the Hogwarts time or Harry Potter universe timeline, whatever. But there was a couple side stories that were really good, and so I love it, and I was enjoyed it, and I'm happy to have platinumed it.
That's awesome to hear. I'm really glad you liked it. I'm a huge like I for some reason I didn't play this game like right when it came out. Like for some reason I don't know why I didn't. I'm a huge Harry Potter guy. Like it's one of the big
Yeah,
reasons why I'm an ELA teacher. Like it really got me into reading. I was that kid in like second grade who was like reading like the fourth and fifth book, and my teacher was like, "Maybe you should be reading something." I'm like, "Listen, I'm reading what I want to read. I'm comprehending it. Trust me." So I'm like a huge Harry. Like I reread the books every year. Watch the movies all the time, like Halloween time, Christmas time, randomly. My whole family's into it. I remember going to the midnight release with my sister for the seventh book. I was 11 years old. It was right before I turned 12. It was right before I turned 11. I was 10 years old. We went to the midnight release for the seventh book, The Deathly Hallows, and it was freaking awesome. Like I couldn't believe it. I even like the Fantastic Beast movies. I think they're pretty good. Um,
yeah,
I like the book too, Fantastic Beasts. I don't know. I really love Harry Potter. I'm a Hufflepuff, so that's me. I have a Hufflepuff tie that I wear to work all the time. I actually wore it on. I wear it
nice.
all the time. So yeah, it's awesome. I really love it. So I am super hyped to play this game because Hodge and I are going to be doing a very special Hog Leg episode.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that. I was looking back there because I have my Harry Potter books back there, but I also have this, which you would enjoy. It's a
Oh,
little
that's freaking
chest
awesome.
with all the Quidditch stuff in it. The
Yeah,
only one that actually comes out is the quaffle though. But yeah,
a little bit smaller, a
it's
little bit smaller than
yeah,
real. Yeah.
yeah, but I love this thing. I got it on Amazon like I don't even know how long ago, years and years ago. But yeah, I'm the same way. I love Harry Potter. I know it's always like the thing of what's your favorite book series? So there's more books than Harry Potter. Like, but I don't care. Those books are so incredible that
Well,
I
it was like
love
the
them. I
perfect
mean,
me and you, perfect. It was like it was that age range from when I was born to like all the way back to when you were born. That's like the perfect age range to
yeah.
get into it.
Well, yeah, I was 10 years old when the first movie came out. So, like,
Yeah.
I was right there where at 10 years old, I'm like, when am I getting my letter to
Where's
Hogwarts
my
and
letter?
everything? But yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm
But,
still
so
waiting.
yeah, yeah, it was a huge part of my childhood. I loved Harry Potter. I still love it. I have the Deathly Hallows tattooed on my calf. Like I'm a Gryffindor. I always joke that it's because the Sorting Hat is racist and I look like a Weasley, so he just threw me in Gryffindor. But that is actually my house. I did take the tests and everything. So
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
The cool thing about Hogwarts Legacy, I don't know if you've started it yet, but you can like include your Pottermore stuff, and
Yeah, I
so
knew
if
that.
you
Yeah.
in yeah, so my there's no Patronus in the game, but it does have your wand. So
Oh,
like
that's freaking awesome.
my wand is what my wand is in the Pottermore thing, and it lets you choose your house obviously, but it'll say like based on what your Pottermore thing is that this is the house that you most likely belong to, and so mine was always Gryffindor, but then obviously I switched it up for the platinum runs. But yeah, I played through my main quest as a Gryffindor because that's just what I am. My character looked kind of like me, obviously much thinner. They don't allow fat students, but
Yeah,
it's
no fat students allowed at Hogwarts. Nope.
exactly no chubbies. Yeah, but
Gotta pass the
yeah,
fitness test.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, I love that game. So yeah, I platinumed that. Then I moved on to this is going to be the most controversial thing probably I've ever said on this podcast. Actually, no,
Whoa.
because I've talked shit about GTA before, and that's pretty
Yeah.
sacred to people. But I started Resident Evil 4 and I dropped it because
Whoa. Was it the
I
remake or the original?
the remake.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not that it's a bad game by any stretch. I'm not going to be here like this game is terrible. Why does anyone like it? But
Game
I
sucks.
enjoy Resident Evil because 2 is my favorite by far. I don't know if anyone, I mean, it's probably tied between 2 and 4 for a lot of people of which is the best, but
Two's my
I love
dad's favorite
2.
game of all time.
Yeah, 2,
Yeah.
I love it because it's a slow trotting game. Like when you walk into a room, there's 1 or 2 zombies in there, and it's going to be those same 2 zombies in that room every time you walk into it because you're kind of confined to the police station for those who don't know. And so when you walk into a room that there was a zombie in there before and it's gone, you the next time you come, it's not because the game, got rid of it to save memory or anything. It's because that zombie's up and moving again. You're like, oh crap, where did it go? Like, where did all these zombies go and stuff? So you have to kind of put them down for good to keep them down. And I love that because it added to it of like it was always that limited number. Sometimes obviously a window would break and someone would crawl in or something from outside, but like it was mostly that was what was there. And so Resident Evil 4, you get to this village and you're kind of sneaking around a little bit. Like I stealth killed like 2 or 3 people, but then the second the town knows you're there, they all start charging at you. And I'm like, I don't want to fight a swarm of, especially because they're not zombies, so they're smarter, so they'll duck under you if you're trying to shoot them in the head and stuff. Like they're smarter, and so I'm like, I don't want to fight like this crowd of people because then I also have to reload. I only have 10 bullets, and it takes 4 headshots to take down a single person. And I'm like, so I'm sitting there trying to run away, and obviously it's part of the plot. I find out later you basically just have to survive until the bell rings, which it's whatever. But like I don't want to have to fight a swarm of people because I was like, okay, once the bell rings, I'm like, all right, then that's just kind of that. But then I move on and it happens again and again where these swarms of people are coming at me. I'm like, I don't want to play an action game where one, I don't have enough ammo to take all these people out, so they're gonna get me eventually. And two, it's just that's not why I play Resident Evil. So it was a little too fast paced for me. I'm actually gonna try it again in VR just because I'm curious as to if I'm actually aiming the gun with my controller, maybe I can shoot a little better rather than me trying to finesse the stick to land on someone's head. So I want to try it again in VR because I do, since obviously I have the PSVR 2. But as of right now, playing it, I'm like, this just isn't what I look for in a Resident Evil game. It's
Yeah.
just not, and so I just didn't really enjoy it that much, and I dropped it. But have you ever played either the original or the
Yeah.
remake?
So I played through Resident Evil 1 through 4 for the first time in October of 23. Which is funny because growing up we had all the games. It's my dad's one of his favorite franchises of all
Yeah,
time. We had all the games, I just never played them. But I totally get where you're coming from. Where Resident Evil 4, it's not what you look for from Resident Evil game. It was like the turning point in the series where they went much more action heavy. It was much
yeah,
more action heavy rather than like survival.
yeah,
And that only gets worse in 5 and 6 from what I've heard.
yeah.
Um,
I've never played those. Yeah,
I haven't either. I plan to eventually. I never played the Resident Evil 4 remake. I played the original one. I actually played the Wii version because I wanted to play with like motion control and everything. That was
yeah,
really fun. So I ended up playing the Wii version. But yeah, I totally get what you're saying. To me, this is gonna be like this is kind of a stretch, but it's kind of like the Breath of the Wild of the Legend of Zelda series, where it's like it's very different than the original like games. It's still a
it stepped
good
away from
game,
the
but
formula.
it's still a good game, but it's not like the original Resident Evil. It's not like the original survival games. It's very different.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is because the first Resident Evil I actually ever played was 7 because it was on Game Pass. And so I was like, I've never played
Yeah.
a Resident Evil game, so I'll play it. And that game is terrifying. And like it is a very like creepy game. But it's the same as 2, where there are a little more, it's not exactly the same where it's always the same amount of people. And like
Hmm.
2 is a perfect game, like legitimately a
Yeah, I
perfect
loved
game.
two. I think two is the
Yeah.
best one.
Yeah, it's so good. But 7 was very scary and it was a survival game and there was like the puzzles and the first person does add to the creepiness, which is so I get why they added the third person mode. But after that that kind of goes into, so I played 8 after
Hmm.
4 after I dropped 4. And I loved this game. I mean, don't get me wrong, the plot is very stupid. Like like most Resident Evil games, it's a pretty stupid out there plot. Like because one guy has like magneto powers, and I'm like, what is going on?
Jesus
Why does
Christ.
this man have the ability to control metal objects? But it's again, it's one where it's a very slow plotting and I did it in first person. They did add a third person mode. I tried it for about 2 minutes and I was like, this looks off to me. Like you can tell because the game was built for first person. All the cutscenes are in first person. So you can tell it's what it built for. So I switched to
It's
first and I
yeah,
played
it's
the rest
probably
of it that
similar to
way.
like playing GTA in first person when they added first person to GTA. It's
Yeah,
very like
yeah.
it's very wonky.
Yeah, it would be like playing Assassin's Creed in first person. Like, what is this? Is not a first person game.
Yeah.
It would look more like Dying Light, I guess. But RE8, I loved this game because I also like I love the puzzles and stuff in these games. Like I never like in another game I'll talk about, they allow you to change the fighting difficulty and the puzzle difficulty. I kept the puzzle at its normal because I love doing puzzles in games. But RE8, it was there's a little more action because there's times where like a swarm of werewolf people or lichens, I think is what they're called, will come after you. But at that point, you have enough guns and ammo that you're able to just take them out. Like you're not sitting there with one gun with an extra mag. Like you have the ability to take them out. Which and early on in the game, if there's more, you can just run away. I don't know if you can run away in 4. I can try it if I replay it. Someone listening could let me know because yeah, people are upset that I said I dropped that game. But I played RE8 again, like I was saying with Harry Potter. I'm not going to platinum this one because this is one of those games that has the difficulty thing where it's like play through it. Like I got the trophy for beat it on casual, and then there's normal, and then I don't know, nightmare mode or whatever it's called. But I'm not going to do that. But I enjoyed the game for what it was. I played through. I grabbed as much stuff, as many collectibles as I could while I played through this game. It was a blast. So the fact that I've played 7 and 8 and I've loved both those games makes me way more excited for 9, knowing that it's continuation from 7 and 8.
Yeah.
I mean, the characters are different and I'm sure it'll follow a different plot and
But
everything.
like
But
the style of game. The style of game.
yeah, like I'll be playing that one in first person because when they show the same, I was thinking like, oh, I'll play RE9 in third person mode because I liked that in 2. But after playing 7 and 8 in first, I'm like, I think 9 actually will play better if I keep it in first person mode. So
Yeah.
I'll be doing that. But yeah, I loved
Yeah.
8. I loved 2, 7, and 8. 4, like I said, it's not a bad game, just not for me. And then 3, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's a fun game.
three to me feels like it would have been like like if it came out today, it would have been like an expansion or like a standalone
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah. Well,
game
because
after two.
the remake was only like
Yeah,
5 hours long.
I mean
It's so
the
quick.
original's only like a couple hours long too. I mean, um,
Yeah.
yeah, no. From my understanding with 7 and 8, it's that they understood that the such backlash they got from 5 and 6 because 5 and 6
Yeah.
like leans so heavily into the action where like 6 is like a it's almost like it's like you're watching like the comedy horror movies where it's like supposed to be like really funny. Yeah, it's like
Like
not
Ash
it's
vs
not
Evil Dead kind of stuff.
yes like stuff like that. So that they
Yeah.
learned from that, and that's why there was kind of a big gap between 6 and 7 compared to how they usually come out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember the hype of because RE7. I remember it was revealed during that famous PlayStation
yeah.
2016 E3 conference, and even I, who had never played an RE game, was just like, "This game looks insane! Like it looks so good." And then obviously I ended up playing it and loved it. But yeah, so I was playing those, and then before I got to my last game. On Game Pass, there's this game called Lost in Random: The Eternal Die, and I wanted to play it because I heard about it, and I haven't played it too much because I've been more into the final game. But this game, it's a Hades like roguelike game where it's the same thing of you go through until you die, and it's the same basic gameplay as Hades. So I'm loving it. I don't understand. I don't know like the lore of this because it's not the first game in this series. I think it's the first of this gameplay type. But the
It's a
Lost
spin-off
and
of
Random.
there was a Lost in Random game, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like
So
a
you
spin-off.
like so yeah, in Hades, if, for those who haven't played it, you have like a throwing object, which just is basically like I think they call it an arrow or something. I can't remember, but you have a throwing object which can do different things. And in this, your throwing object is the die, and it rolls when you throw it. So based on what it lands on, it does different powers, and it's really cool. So I haven't played it too much. I've only played like 2 or 3 lives, so they're probably 10, 15 minutes each. But I want to go back to this one a little more. I just wanted to play because I wanted to try something different because I had played RE4, RE8, and then now I'm into my other games. So I wanted to have a little bit of diversity in there. So I'm playing this a little bit. I'm going to get back to it, but I might see my last game through first. Or have you ever played a Lost and Random game before I move on?
No, but I remember when it came out, the original and this DLC, well, not DLC, the spin-off game, um
Yeah.
the MinMax podcast, they really, a couple of the people on that like really spoke very highly of these games, and
Hmm.
they made me interested in it. Like I looked it up and I'm like, oh, that looks pretty cool. But they were like really, they were speaking very highly of it, and like to the point they do this
Yeah.
thing called like at the end of the year they do this thing called like the 210s instead of like a top 20 games they do like a the second tier 10 and then the top tier 10, and one of them
Hmm.
was saying like, oh, this is that I'm going to be fighting for this to be in the top tier 10. And so
Nice.
I'm excited. I'm excited to. I'll probably give it a try.
Yeah, because it's on Game Pass, but it's also on Switch and PlayStation. I'm
All right.
pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Seems like a Switch game to me.
Yeah, I can't remember what is it. Lost. Well, this one says X Cloud Gaming and Windows, but I know it's on PlayStation. I saw it there.
I know
Let's
the
see.
original is.
Yeah, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch. I just went to its Wikipedia. I
Yeah.
don't know why Google's only shown xCloud, but yeah, it's really cool. But finally, my last game is I finally dove into Silent Hill 2. Um, Obviously, this is like an amazingly well regarded series. I've never played a Silent Hill game, so this is
Neither have I.
my first. Yeah, this is my first foray into this world. At first, I was a little iffy on it because the world is very empty. You can tell that it's a remake of, I think is it PlayStation 2 that this one was on? Um,
I think the original is PS1, but I mean I think like the first one's PS1. I think Silent Hill 2 is PS2.
yeah, it's
I'm
PS2.
gonna guess it's
I
PS.
knew
Yeah, it's
that.
PS2. Yeah.
Yeah, so it feels like a PS2 game because obviously those worlds back in the day were very empty because they weren't super detailed, and so
Hmm.
you go into a room and it would have one or two things. But when you're in this beautiful, like this game is beautiful, when you're in this beautiful world and you walk into this insanely detailed like coffee shop or whatever in town, and you can literally only open one drawer and it may or may not have something in it, and you're just like, really, that's all of everything in this room, that's all there is in here is one drawer and it's empty. Like it feels weird that way. But as I kept playing, it's very it's like a scavenger hunt in a way of you find one note in one building and it says, I took the keys to this building, and then you go there, and then there's something there you have to do to get the keys, and then that keys bring you to where, and you're just kind of going step by step. And I love that kind. Like again, I'm a big puzzle guy. I love games like that where it basically kind of guides you by notes rather than like
Hmm.
putting a pin on a something. Obviously there's
Yeah.
sometimes it will say like go to whatever apartments like in your little quest log, but for the most time it just says find someone, and then so you're following all these clues to try and find the person. And so I love that aspect of this. The combat is very samey and boring. You have a pistol and a like a board with nails in it, and these things come at you, and it's the same way to kill them every time. You whack them twice, whack them a third time, then they try and swing at you, so you dodge, and then you whack them and they fall on the ground, you whack them till they're dead. Like it's very very simple gameplay. Like obviously again it's a PS2 game being remade, so I'm not expecting it to be this next gen feeling game. I expect it to be a remake of a PlayStation. It would be the same if they completely reskinned and re-released Kingdom Hearts. I would still expect it to play like a PS2 game, but I would still love it for
It would just
its
look better.
remake
Yeah.
quality. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so that's kind of what this is. It's a PS2 game, but it's a gorgeous, gorgeous PS2 game. And yeah, so I'm really loving this game. I'm looking forward to seeing it through. I heard it's a little longer than it should be. I'm only about 5 hours in, and I heard it's like a 25 hour game, which is a little long for me for a horror game. Horror games should probably be around 10 hours. They shouldn't be these like extended games. So I heard it gets a little long in the tooth, but I'm enjoying it, and so I'm excited to keep seeing it through. There are moments that are really creepy. It's obviously a little hokey. It's a little more hokey than like RE7 and stuff like that. It's not as creepy, but like there's I won't even spoil it. There's one scene where you walk down a hallway and you see something, and then when you go back to the hallway, it's gone. You're like, oh, that's not good, and like kind of thing. And yeah, it's I'm enjoying this game. I'm happy to be in. I expected these games to take me further into spoopy season, but again, haven't been working, so I've just been plowing through them. I'm gonna have to find some more creepy games to play. So anyone comment down below or DM one of us and let me know what scary games I should play this Halloween season since I'm flying through these ones. Just let me know which other ones there are out there to play. But yeah, that's all I'm playing.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I've heard really good things about Silent Hill 2. One of my buddies really, really liked it. He said he
Yeah.
liked it better than Resident Evil. Um,
Oh,
to the point where he told me like I should play Silent Hill 2 this. So I think I'm gonna play it this October. I'm kind of in the mood for
nice.
some spooky games. You got me in the mood, so maybe I'll
Yeah, I
boot
love
up
spooky.
that old that game I mentioned on our Halloween episode last year, that Cartoon Network trick or treating game that I really like, that Flash game.
Oh yeah, I'll play the Garfield Flash game that I talked
Oh my
about where
god.
he's in the haunted house.
Yep. Dude, I'm so excited for a Halloween episode this year. I already got my costume. I'm super hyped.
Oh yeah, I have my costume too. It's in this room, but I'm obviously not going to show it off yet
Yeah, I'm not
because
showing
it's gonna
off mine
be
either.
yeah, it's gonna be
It'll
fun.
be a good time. All
Yeah,
right. Well, I'm glad you're playing so many good games.
yeah.
I have not played as many games as you. I've been a little busy the last couple weeks doing some real life stuff. I'm also getting ready to go back to work, and obviously school starts.
Yeah.
Back at it! Woo! Um, yeah. But I did finish a game that I talked about last week. I finished Discounty. Um, and this game is freaking awesome. Like I said last week, it only got better as I went. It gets to the point in this game because I talked about how you're running this like store and you're building up and you're getting more customers. Customers get mad at you if you don't have enough of like certain items in your shop. There's this recurring character. She's an older woman, and the more you expand your store kind of gets bigger and it kind of takes up more land.
Hmm.
Um, you start taking out other businesses too. Like other businesses go under because your store is so big. Well, she came into my store. Oh, she let me hear it. I can't believe you got rid of Jimmy's. It's like called like Jimmy's like Legion or something. It's like the mom and pop. It's like one of the original mom and pop stores there. You put them out of business. You should be ashamed of yourself. We really liked you. We really liked you when you started, but you've become the corporal. You've become the corporate. She's just something about like corporate evil something that you swore you wouldn't become. You're just as
That's
bad as
funny.
them. And it kind of makes you like realize like because you're trying to make a profit and you're trying to like do all this stuff, and it makes you
Hmm.
realize like, wow, I am like I'm the corporate. I'm the corporate greed is taking over me, and like I just want to make more money. And like, yeah, sure, I'll buy the cheaper product. They're gonna still buy it, and it's like pretty funny. It's awesome. No, I really really liked it. I even liked like they introduced more things. Like there's time based things where you can only order certain food on certain days. So like if you want the freshest fish, you have to order it on Monday. Or and if sometimes like clients will like shoppers will know like this isn't you're marketing this as like freshly caught. It's not freshly caught, and they'll come back
Oh
and
my gosh.
complain. Yeah, it's really really fun. And then like at night after the store closes, you can go around the town and talk to people. And some people, again, they're pissed at you because they're like, you are a liar. You sold us the bill of goods saying that you were going to be this like great person. Other people are all in like this is the best store ever. It's kind of funny though. Like the entire town is like centered around your store. Like they all
Hmm.
love your they all have opinions. It's like in real life, you're not talking about the grocery store 24/7, which is pretty
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
But no, it's a really good story. It's only like 15 to 20 hours. I will say this, unlike like Stardew Valley, where you can like keep playing it after the credits roll and like there's a lot more to do. Once the game kind of ends, there's not really much incentive to like go back and like do more stuff
Mm,
because it's
yeah.
really the story. It's much more story heavy. But I loved it. It was so much fun. I loved like managing my store. It was a good time.
Nice. Yeah, I always feel like those games would be something I'd really enjoy because I have done kind of, the upkeep simulator type games before. Like, I don't know, like
Yeah.
it's like Animal Crossing. I've never played that, but that specifically. But I have played games where it's like that kind of upkeep thing. And I know I would enjoy this, but at the same time, it's always one of those things where it's like I know I'd put way too much time into like
Yeah,
minuscule things that don't
yeah.
matter. Like it's like in Death Stranding how I spend all my time building bridges. It's like or building roads. I'm like I could probably just play this game and not do this, but of course the OCD in me is like I need to build every road and
Yeah,
build
what's
every
gonna happen? What if I build a road and something crazy happens and like it's
yeah
crucial to the
exactly
crucial to like some plot element? Yeah, no, I hear you.
yeah yeah
One more thing, there are like they do incentivize you to talk to like after at night, kind of explore the town and go into random houses because in random houses, like people's houses, you'll find these like objects that will kind of reveal a little bit more like backstory and more story elements that are completely optional to do, but like it gives you a lot more and it kind of explains a lot more about the town's history, about the people in the town. So it really like tells you like, hey, after your store, like go explore, like explore the area. And it's not like waypoints, it's not markers telling you, hey, come check out this. Or you try to end the day and it will be like, well, you can't end the day until you find that object. It's like, no, you can.
yeah
So yeah, no, it
yeah
was really good. I was really happy that it like fulfilled my expectations.
that's good.
Yeah. All right. So next up, I'm playing the mythical Silksong. Oh my god. Yep, it's finally here, folks. After like 6 years of waiting, it's finally here. I have played about 6 hours of it. And I am freaking in love with this game. Like, it is unbelievable how good it is. It takes everything that Hollow Knight, the original, did and just makes it even better. I love the new character Hornet they added. She's in the original Hollow Knight, but she's like you fight her in the original Hollow Knight, like she's a boss.
Hmm.
She has like a needle and like thread. She's like a different type of needle. She's much more floaty than the OG protagonist of Hollow Knight, who's doesn't really have a name, just OG protagonist. But I really like it. The areas are really cool. It's a pretty standard Metroidvania. I have that when I play Metroidvanias. I have to freaking hit every single wall. Like, oh, maybe this wall will open, so I'm hitting it. I have to explore every crevice of each of like the map. It's super fun. The bosses are very interesting, just like the original Hollow Knight. It is tough. It is a tough game. I have died many times, but again, it's all about like learning to figure out how to get through the area. Just like the original, you have to buy the map, you have to buy the compass. So obviously, if you don't want a map, you don't have to have a map. But I have to because I want to see everything. I want to explore
Yeah.
everything. It's super fun. Story wise, again, you learn the story through like talking to all these creatures. But again, it's not like super heavy. It's not like you're in like, oh, this is the ancient village of the bugs, and we're here to tell you what's going on. No, it's not like that. It's a pretty bare bones story. Like I'm sure most people who are playing it probably don't even care about the story or know anything about it. They just want to play for the gameplay because the gameplay is super fun. Um,
Yeah.
but it's a blast. Like I said, I've only played like 6 hours. I really don't want to spoil anything. It's one of those games like if you when you play the original Hollow Knight, like you don't want anything spoiled for you because it's like that's part of the fun of the game is like exploring and discovering new things, discovering new enemies. I will say that the enemy variety in this game is a lot better than Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight was really good with enemy variety, but in this game, I've already encountered so many different types of enemies, like almost as many as I did in the original Hollow Knight, which is awesome. So yeah, I'm really digging it. I'm gonna have a lot more to say about it after I finish it. Because I played 6 hours, but I think for like a normal person that might only be like 2 or 3 hours because I'm just exploring everything. And I love to just buy everything and
I'm
upgrade everything.
I'm the same way though. I with Silent Hill 2, I try and open every single I actually
Yeah.
there's a trophy for opening 50 or trying to open 50 locked doors. I got it within the first 30 minutes of playing that game
Yeah.
because I try and open every single door. I try and go everywhere. So I'm the exact same person.
Yeah.
I completely understand that, especially or when you get to a door that is locked in a certain way and you're like,
And you
I
have to,
know
yep,
I'm
and
gonna
you're
have
like,
to
oh
come
my
back
god, I'm gonna have to
to
come
this.
back to this. And that's like the typical
Yeah.
Metro, and that happens all the time in Silksong and Hollow Knight. I mean, it's a typical
Yeah.
Metroidvania, but I am like stunned by like how like polished this game is, and they really took their time, and I'm kind of glad they did
Well,
because it's like super
definitely did.
polished.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they definitely took
Um.
their time with it.
Yeah. But again, I'll have a lot more to say about it the more I play it. I'm like so like I want like I remember I put it down yesterday. And I'm like I kept thinking about it. I'm like I really want to go back to that game. It's just so good.
Yeah. I'm sure I would like it because I only played Ori and the Blind Forest in terms of games like that, and that's also a very tough game. And I really enjoyed it, but it was one of those games where I was getting so frustrated how many times I was
Yeah,
dying. So
and
I know
Hollow
that
Knight's a
Hollow
lot
Knight.
more difficult. It's a
I
lot
know.
more
I was gonna
difficult.
say. I
Yeah,
know how I know Hollow Knight is like it was one of those games that was notorious for being very difficult but fun, and so I'm kind of at the point where I'm like I'm happy people are loving it. And I'm happy it's living up to its thing, but at the same time, I don't know if I'll ever touch it because it might be too tough for me. But
yeah.
I don't know. We'll see now. We'll see one day. Who
The
knows?
music's really good too. Like just like the it's like subtly in the background, and you kind of just get so used to it. It's really good. I love resting on benches too because like your character just sits there like it's awesome. Yeah,
That's good.
no, it's a blast. It was one of those games though. Like if you put down for a while and try to go back to it, like you're gonna be terrible at it. So like when I first booted it up, I hadn't played Hollow Knight in a couple of years. I'm like, oh my god, I am so bad. Like I can't. I'm so bad at this game. But then it's like
Yeah.
anything. You get better at it, and like you realize like, wow, I'm so much better now.
Yeah. Yeah. That's sweet. Yeah. I'm just like I said. I'm just happy it's living up to everyone's hype.
Yeah.
That's good.
All
Yeah. And then you
right.
got one more.
I got one more game here, and that is Super Mario Sunshine. This game, what a classic! It was one of my favorite games of all time. Obviously, the reason why I decided to play it is because me and my wife, we went to Indiana for a few days for some family personal stuff. We drove because we had to drive because they don't really have direct flights from Boston to Indiana, and I'm like, we'll just drive. It's not a big deal. So we were driving down, and I'm like, I'm gonna boot up Mario Sunshine, and I played this game so many times, like I know it like the back of my hand. Like I can beat this game in 3-4 hours. Um, and it just what can I say? It gets better every time I play it. I freaking love all the different little worlds. My favorite 3D Mario game. I love going to the Bianco Hills, Rico Harbor, Nico Bay is my favorite place. Like I absolutely love that place. It's awesome. I love getting all the shines. I'm a defender of the blue coins. But one of the main reasons I played it is because this game came out 23 years ago, and it was one of the first games I got for my GameCube. And when I came out 23 years ago last week, actually, and it always brings me back to like the end of summer for me, and it's such a summery themed game. So I try to play it around this time every year, just like the end of the summer. I'm gonna go through, play some Mario Sunshine, take out a giant wiggler on Gelato Beach, and use all the different nozzles. I really like this game. It just brings me back to when I was a kid. So yeah, that's why I decided to boot it up. It's super fun. I got all 120 shines. Not that hard.
Yeah, this is one of those games where I didn't have a GameCube. Obviously, we've talked about that, and so I never played this game until that
3D
3D
collection.
what
Yeah.
yeah the 3D collection came out, and it's crazy because it's always that thing of when a game is re-released or remade or whatever. It's like, is this game actually good or is it nostalgia? And this is one of those games that's actually good. Like it still
Yeah.
holds up. It plays very well. I don't think I beat it. I think I ended up falling off by the end of it just because I was busy with other stuff. But I did love what I played of this game, and I should go back and play it at some because I do still own this collection of the 3D
Yeah.
collection. So I beat Mario 64 just because I love that game too. And then I think I fell off this one because I think what it was something else was coming out, and I wanted to try Galaxy before the other game came out because I knew I'd fall completely off of this. So then I switched over to Galaxy, and I actually like this game better than Galaxy. Isn't
I do too.
Galaxy like isn't
Yeah,
Galaxy
everyone
like
thinks Galaxy's like
it's
the creme de la creme.
yeah. I mean, honestly, my favorite Mario 3D one is Odyssey, just because I think that game is phenomenal. But
I mean,
I
they're
can
all
understand.
freaking great. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There's not a bad 3D. Well, there might be a bad 3D Mario, but of the mainline ones, there's not.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a bad one. But yeah. But yeah, that's awesome. This game, I definitely understand that because it does. Anytime I would think of this game, I just think of the beach, like. And so I just think, yeah, this is 1,000% a summer game for
I
sure.
just I just remember getting it right before I got it. It came out like right before I started first grade, and I remember like going to school and like talking about it, and And my friends would be like, I can't believe you have a GameCube. You're so cool. Yeah, I know, I'm a cool kid. Got my
Yeah.
GameCube.
But that
But
actually
yeah.
that actually also reminds me of I'm gonna get I every fall I watch the league all the way through just because I love football and fantasy
Oh,
football and
that
stuff. So
fantasy show.
yeah, it's so stupid, but it's so funny, and it's only like 60 episodes long, so it's really quick to binge. And so I'm gonna binge that in my time off also, just because I love watching it before every football season because it's a football based show. So I love watching it around the start of the NFL season. But yeah,
All right. All right. Yeah. So that's what I've been playing. But yeah, ready to get
yeah,
to our main topic of the show.
let's do it.
All right. We are going to be ranking the Naughty Dog games. Now we're starting with We're starting with the we're only going from like Crash 1 to on because prior to them making Crash, we really don't have any history with Naughty Dog. As most
Yeah,
people probably don't even know. They probably were like, wait, they had other games? It's like, yeah,
yeah. I
they
don't even
did.
remember what those
But
ones are called.
one was on like a 3, I think one was on the 3DO. One was a math
Jeez.
game, I know that.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah. Did not
But
play
yeah,
those.
so no. So what we did before I do that though, I do have like I love Naughty Dog. I've loved them since I was a little kid. I remember that like OG logo they used to have, like especially the Crash one.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah,
Perfect.
it's just so perfect. I remember like as a kid, even as a kid, that was like one of the like as a kid you really don't understand like oh studios and developers you don't really understand. But
Hmm.
I even knew at like 6 years old, 5 6 years old what Naughty Dog was. I'm like this is
Yeah.
so cool, Naughty Dog.
Yeah, me growing up, there were three logos I always remember: Naughty Dog, NeverSoft, and Insomniac. I just remember those three. Just oh, and of course EA Sports. It's in the
It's in
game.
the game.
Yeah. Other than that, those three, they were like my childhood growing up. I loved seeing those logos on stuff.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
what we did was we took there's 15 games,
not
15.
including all the remakes that they've done
Yeah,
recently.
we didn't do any remakes or anything like that, or any like DLCs. We didn't. Those were like part of the original game. What we
Yeah,
did was only like
yeah.
one, but
Left
what we
behind.
did
Yeah,
was I ranked mine, Hodge ranked his, and we kind of put them together. So if the game was ranked first on a list, they would get 15 points, and then we kind of combined it, and who would
yeah,
to see. So I have the list. Hodge does not know the list, but
yeah.
it's funny. The list is we had very like at some points we went like 3 or 4. It was like straight on. Oh yeah, we're right on par with each other. Then it would be like completely all over the place.
No,
So
that's
it is
why
funny.
that's why I thought of this one because one, I knew Midnight hadn't played the earlier ones. Obviously, he's played. I don't even think he's played Uncharted, if I remember
He
right.
hasn't played Uncharted. He hasn't played Crash. He hasn't played Jack.
Yeah, so I figured this was a good, obviously because he loves the Last of Us games, so he likes Naughty Dog just like we do. But I was very excited to do this one because you and I are very different in our, like we both love Naughty Dog, but our love for them is very different in what games we love more than others. So I was very excited to do this list.
Yeah. So to get started, I will say this: the 15th place game, we both ranked at 15. I will say that. So it only got 2 points, and that is Jack Combat Racing.
I
Now,
I won't.
go on.
Okay, no, here.
I was gonna say it's funny that this is the second racing game Naughty Dog developed. They did their original 3 platformers, then a racing game, then their next 3 platformers, then another racing game. So everyone's like, "Oh, Uncharted Karting's coming out after Uncharted
Yeah,
3." No, not happening. But
uncarded.
yeah, Uncharted. Um, I can't stand this game. I really, really don't like it.
I I never owned this game, but I do remember playing it once and be like, "This is not fun."
It is not fun. It is like you should have just took Crash Team Racing and put the Jack characters in that, and just been like, "All right, here we
Yeah,
go, Jack Team Racing." Um,
yeah,
but
yeah.
no, this is like there's like no items. Like you're using you're like fighting with it. You can customize your car. You're shooting each other. I don't know. I didn't like it. But yeah, I don't really have much to say about it.
I
I
don't
wouldn't
need.
suggest it.
Honestly, I barely remember it because it was just so forgettable. Like when you sent me the list, I was like, "Oh yeah, there was a Jack Kart game.
Yep.
I completely
Jack
forgot
Combat
about
Racing.
this game."
It kind of takes the
Yeah,
vehicle aspect of Jack 3 and kind of like, oh, let's expand that and make it a racing game.
yeah, I know. I remember because
Yeah.
the cars in Jack 3 were really fun. So
Yeah.
I that they definitely took it to do that for sure.
Let's
Yeah,
make it a racing game.
yeah.
Yeah. I remember when I bought this game, I was like, I got it like with my birthday money, and immediately, like within an hour, I was like, well, made a huge mistake here. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be happy about that one either. I never owned this game, thankfully. I owned the other Jack games, did not own this one.
I've owned every single Naughty Dog game on this list. So, all right,
I think this is the only one I didn't actually. But we'll see.
probably, yeah,
Yeah.
probably. I'm looking at it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, for you.
Yeah.
All right, at number 14, coming in at 9 points, so 7 points higher, we have Jack 2. Jack 2. Um, this is funny because you had Jack 2 at, where did you rank Jack 2?
I have to pull up my notes. I don't remember.
At
Let's
11.
see.
I think it was 11.
It must have been if it wasn't too
Yeah.
high. Yeah, at 11. 11.
So I had it at 12. So kind of similar. Jack 2, I think it is the best Jack game in my opinion. It's the
Oh,
best of
really?
the original trilogy. Yeah, I think it's the best one. I think it takes everything from the original and makes it a little better. It is weird though because in the original game, Jack doesn't talk like at all. He's a voiceless
Hmm.
protagonist. In this game, he
Hmm.
starts talking, and they kind of it's like a one line thing how they explain it. Oh yeah, he got his voice. Yeah, he got his voice now. Like
Yeah.
that's all it
Yeah.
is. They completely gloss over it. So it's kind of weird. I think that this is the start of the evolution of much more of a platformer to more of like an action adventure game compared to like a traditional more platformer. I mean Jack 1 kind of had that too, but I thought Jack 1
Yeah.
had many more platforming sections than Jack 2.
Yeah. I feel like when did this one come out? This came out in
2003?
2003.
Yeah, 3, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm trying to think of when did the first Ratchet and Clank
First
game come out?
2002, I think.
Because that's what I was trying to think. Because I remember at this time it was a pretty tight competition between Ratchet and Clank and Jack, and I felt like Jack 2 tried becoming Ratchet and Clank a little
Well,
bit
they
in the fact
introduced
that
so
they,
many different weapons. They introduced like different weapons. You could change weapons. You could
yeah,
switch. Yeah, and but one thing about Ratchet is Ratchet had always had that humor. Jack tried to take on like that darker aspect. We get like that,
yeah,
which we see in
yeah,
later Naughty Dog games, obviously.
yeah, I do, yeah, because I mean you'll see later where I ranked the first one, but yeah, the second one it was such a tonal shift that, and I just remember hating the bike you ride around and you like go up and down to get like higher or lower on it. I was just like, I just didn't like that. Like I loved all three Jack games. Like the rest of this list is games I pretty much like.
Oh yeah,
But
14, basically 14-1 for me are games like I really like.
yeah, so it's like I'm not saying Jack 2 is a bad game, but it was the one I think of the least when I think of that original trilogy. And it because I adore obviously platformers, so when it went more action based, I was like, I don't know. It's not so this one always just had a bad taste in my mouth, even though it's not a bad game by any stretch, but it's the one I definitely think of the least when I think of the original Jack and Daxter trilogy.
If people don't know, I'm just going to reveal right now 15, 14, 13, and 12. Those were the four Jack games on this for me. For me, my personal list. I'm not the biggest Jack fan. I think they are Naughty Dog's weakest games, which is funny. That's just me, though. So I'm not the biggest Jack fan, but I did enjoy Jack too.
I don't know
This
if
had,
I don't know if I could say if it's the weakest or not. It's yeah, I don't know, maybe. We'll see.
all right. Well, that was Jack 2. Coming in at number 13 was Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, which I was like, oh my gosh, what are we doing here? Um, Hodge, you ranked it at, where did you rank it?
12th.
Oh, I had it at 10, so that would be 6 points, and you had it at 12 for 4 points.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a total of 10 points. Um, I really like Lost Legacy. I actually really, really like it. I like playing as Chloe. Um, and Nadine, you're running around the world. I think we got some of those more open concepts we see in Tilo 2 in this. Um, but yeah, let me see. What I know you're not the biggest fan of it. So you take over.
I just don't think Chloe and Nadine are as entertaining as Sully and Nate. I just their chemistry. Nadine's just always bitter, and Chloe's Chloe. I don't know. It's just they. I don't like them that much. The enemy in this, or the villain in this game, is insanely forgettable. He's
Yeah,
horrible.
he
I
is.
do not like the villain in this game. I will say it definitely has the best gameplay of any Uncharted game, because obviously it took everything from the old games and added it to this one. That open world where you're around that temple, that is a fun area. I
Yeah,
do
you're
love
driving the
that.
Jeep around and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like the gameplay I had no issue with, but I just don't like these characters. I don't care about them. They were I thought Nadine sucked in Uncharted 4. I like Chloe, but I don't think she's a protagonist. She's a side character. I don't like the story of this game. The gameplay I would put at like a 10 out of 10. It's a fun, very fun game, but I don't like the story or the characters in this game, and so it's always been low for me, because original 4 games are phenomenal, and this one's just like, eh, I can go without
No,
it.
I understand. I think that the pairing of Chloe and Nadine was kind of odd. Like, I figured, I'm surprised they didn't do like give us Nadine as a playable character and have like a brand new character that like Nadine has like chemistry with or is related to or is someone in
Yeah,
Nadine's life. I think that would have been better because like it is kind of weird that they pair up. It's kind of like, oh, like you're
it's
together
just
now.
like, hey, I mean, not to be a the YouTube or reactionary. It just seems like it's like these are tier 2 female characters. Let's put them together. Like that's what it felt like to me, because they had no history together in either of the games. They weren't part of the games together. Like it was just 2 random characters that they found maybe people liked, and so they're like, screw it. And or who knows, maybe they just wanted Laura Bailey to have another gig. I don't know, but like it's I don't know. It just I was not a fan of these characters, or so this game is just the only. I mean, obviously, Golden Abyss is a worse game, but this is my least liked Uncharted game by far. I never beat on old Golden Abyss though, so I can't really rank it.
I don't think it's my least favorite Uncharted game, Golden
Yeah,
Abyss, but that wasn't made by Naughty Dog, so it was
yeah.
not
So
on
it
this
doesn't
list.
doesn't doesn't count. Not on this list.
No. All right. At number 12, we have. Wait, we're on 12, right? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, we're on 12. Sorry. We're at Jack 3. Jack 3 with 13 points. Um, I had it at number 14, so I only gave it 2 points. So you had it at number 7. You're pretty high up there.
I had it 6.
6.
6.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah,
That's what I meant
but
to
it's
say.
all good. No, yeah, this one I remember really enjoying it. Honestly, I haven't played it in forever, so I might be misremembering where I should rank this. But I remember loving the car play. Like it improved, like everything that was added to 2, which took away from the original platforming for me. It was just a better version of 2 in terms of gameplay. So I really liked it for that. I remember enjoying the car stuff. And it just played very well. I do remember, yeah, it kind of had it took itself a little too seriously kind of vibe to it, but this one was basically in terms of gameplay. I really remember enjoying it. If I went back to it, who knows, I might hate it. I haven't played it since it came out, probably, but I just remember really liking this one. And I was always a big Jack and Daxter fan, so I liked the trilogy. But yeah, I think it's really, who knows, it could be way lower than it, or might be lower than it, or it might be higher than it should be, but from going off of my memory, I remember really liking this one, so I ranked it high. But yeah, I don't know. I might be misranking it, who knows, but that's just kind of, I just remember as a kid really really liking this one.
Yeah, no, this kind of like they had like a pseudo open world aspect where you can drive the vehicles around.
Mm-hmm.
I think that definitely, like I said, this is where they get the Jack combat racing from. It definitely
Yeah.
took itself way too seriously. Right from the right from the box art, you can just tell Jack looks so
Yeah.
angry on it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what are we doing here? It's supposed to be a
Yeah.
mascot platformer, like angry face. I'm like, come on, guys. They introduced
Yeah.
more weapons. Again, I to that point, Naughty Dog to me was like the fun platformer, like platforming developer, and I'm like, you guys are
Mhm.
trying to do these action games, and I don't think with these characters it works. Even as like a a 9-year-old, I understood like these characters aren't meant to be like trying to tell a compelling, gruesome story here. We're
Yeah.
freaking I don't even know what kind of animal you are, but you have like a wombat as like a I don't even know weird
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah.
It reminded me like
Yeah.
I remember my friends used to be like, "Oh, you're gonna play Jack GTA Jack."
GTA Jack.
So you're like
Yeah.
driving around in the open world, you can get different vehicles and stuff. So I'm like, all
Yeah.
right, yeah, GTA Jack it is, I guess.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know. I might be misremembering, but I just remember enjoying it. So who
I mean,
knows?
like I said, I still had fun with it. This is like
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was different.
Well, yeah. Like
Of
we said, Naughty Dog doesn't make bad games, other than maybe the racing game. But but yeah.
um
Yeah.
of the those mascot platformers for me, Jack I ranked like I had Ratchet in front of it and Sly in front of it for me.
Yeah. Sly, yeah, Sly's awesome. I love that game. And then obviously Spyro. I will take the original trilogy over anything. So, but
Oh, I mean,
that's
I'll
just
take
me.
the. Oh, we'll talk about it when they come up. All
Yeah.
right. At number 11, we have. This brings me a lot of pain. The Last of Us Part 2. And this is because of you, Hodge. Because of
Yes, it
you.
is. Yes, it is.
Um,
Here's where a lot of our listeners are going to get very upset.
so
two,
I had The
two
Last
takes
of
in
Us.
2 takes in one game. People are going to hate
Yeah.
me for.
I had The Last of Us Part 2 at number 5. You had it
I had it
at.
at 14.
Yep. For a total of 13 points. Yeah. It tied with Jack 3, but I just put it ahead because I
That's
wanted to.
fine.
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah.
Um, I've said what I said. I think this game's a masterpiece. I think it's an amazing game. I love the story. I love the gameplay. I love the twist in the middle of the game that kind of like totally blew me away because I went in completely blind. I had no idea about that, and I thought it was super cool. I thought the game was ending, and then I'm like, oh my god, this is freaking awesome. Ended up loving that second half even more than the first half, which is why I'm kind of a little bit more optimistic about season 3 of the show, even though I don't know if I should be. Um,
Yeah, especially with what's his nuts leaving Druckmann.
yeah, Neil Druckmann. But I loved every. I mean, from a gameplay perspective, it totally improves on the first one. I think the story's better. I love the world. I love the lore. I love exploring. I just love it. Yeah.
I don't, but I will say I the only reason I am optimistic about season 3 really quickly is because I like Caitlin Dever and I think she can make. I think she'll make Abby a little more sympathetic in the show than they managed to do with her in the game. Obviously, a lot of people love Abby. I know. I think you, Locke, and Midnight are all Team Abby in terms of this game, which I understand. Obviously, I played the game. People act like I don't understand the game when I say I don't like it. No, I just don't like it. I think this. Well, the thing is, I think this game is just okay, which is why I have it ranked so low in terms of Naughty Dog, because I don't think the story's that good. People can obviously disagree with me on that. But the one thing I will say, the gameplay is improved on from the first game. The setting is beautiful. There's
Yes.
like the hotel section is one of the coolest like set pieces Naughty Dog's ever done. The island with the Seraphites is awesome. The just Seattle in general, it looks so like graphically this game is a powerhouse. It's obviously a beautiful game. The music is always good. The acting is always good. It's just I thought the game was at least 5 hours too long. The characters, the majority of them, I was not huge on. I thought the ending was a little unsatisfying. I thought, obviously, it was based on the plot, but there's a scene where you were playing Abby as Abby. I'm not going to spoil anything. You were playing as Abby, and Ellie is also in the scene. And I wanted to play as Ellie, not Abby. So there's just things like that. I thought it undid what the first game did, because I thought the first game ended perfectly. It didn't need a sequel, and then the sequel came in and was just like actually first game bad. And I'm like, come on, like it's game. It's just I will never. I do want to replay it at some point because on the Pro it is a beautiful game, so I want to give it a second chance at life there. But yeah, this game it just was a huge miss for me. I remember seeing the reviews when it came out. I didn't see any of the leaks, which some people like the leaks ruined it for everyone. I'm like, nope, I didn't see a single leak. I went to this game completely blind. I thought the moment that happens at the start was actually insanely good, or like a good storytelling, because it shows that no one's invincible, and it's a good, plot device. It's a little Game of Thronesy. So I thought it was great. And then it went on, which you start back at day one. I'm like, God damn it. And then you finish it, and then it's like, just kidding, there's still 5 hours left. And you're like, oh my God, just end. Like, I
See,
was the
I love
complete
the ending.
opposite.
I thought the ending was awesome. I love that whole section in
Yeah, I
California.
wasn't big
Yeah,
on it,
so yeah, I
but
love. The big thing for me though is this is trying to tell us like there's two sides to every story. That's basically what it's
no,
like
yeah, I get
throwing
that
down.
part of
Yeah,
it. Yeah. And like I said, like, even though I'm more on Ellie and Joel's side, I understand why. Obviously, it's a good thing to say, like, Abby was in the right for what she did, basically. Like, I'm not disagreeing with anything like that. Like, Abby Abby had her reasons, and she was, right for acting how she did in a way. But I didn't like her character. I thought she was just the stoic woman power kind of, like, the just I didn't like her. Just was not a fan of her. I get her story and stuff, but I could never get on her side because I didn't like her, and that's that's a really big problem if you can't sympathize with the character you're supposed to be sympathizing with. So I just don't. The game, like I said, it's not bad. I think when it came out, I said I gave it like a 6.5. Like, I just don't think it's not a bad game, but I just don't think it's as amazing as everyone else thinks. But that's just me. Yeah.
yeah, no problem. All right, I'm gonna pause it real quick. I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
Yeah, no problem. That's why I was saying yeah, because I was answering your
Yeah,
question.
keep that in. Keep that in.
Teachers have souls. I go to church. I'm a Christian.
Yeah, I will say this though. I'm very proud of you. We made a list, and Last of Us Part Two wasn't at the bottom. Wasn't the very very bottom for you. Shocked. I kid.
Yeah,
I
I
kid.
was debating it, but I knew it would be me trolling if I did put it at the complete bottom.
Yeah, and Jack Combat Racing is actually the only bad game on this list. So,
Yeah,
we will
well,
move
it's
on.
like I've said, I don't think it's a bad game. I just don't think it's a
Yeah,
great game.
it's like me with Breath of the Wild. It's the same thing. It's the same
Yeah,
exact thing. It's not for
it's
me.
fine.
All right. At number 10, we have the original Jack and Daxter. It's
See,
funny
here's
that
the
they dropped the Daxter from Jack and Daxter.
well, it's because he had to have his own PSP game that wasn't good.
Hey, whoa, we're not. No, listen. I like that guy. I actually liked it better than Secret Agent Clank. um,
I never played that one. Secret
oh,
Agent Clank. I never played that. I never played a Ratchet and Clank game until 2016. That game on PS4. That game, awesome game, by the way,
yeah.
awesome.
But anyways, let's talk about Jack. This comes in at
Yeah,
15 points. I had it actually at number 13, and you
I had
had
it
it
at
all the way
4.
up at number 4. So I'll let you kick this off since you're the Jack and Daxter stan over here.
I love this game because obviously this is the most platforming one. This is a straight
Definitely.
platformer. That's why I always thought 2 and 3 were steps down from this one. It's honestly it's the same with for me with like Sly Cooper. I think the first one's the best one because that's just a platformer game. The second one and third ones are still good, but I thought the first is the best, and that's how I feel with this one because yeah, this is just a straight platforming game. I just enjoy it. The plot, I don't even really remember it. I don't I've never really cared. It's exactly what I loved back when this came out. It was a platforming game. I love platforming, and since Spyro wasn't around anymore, this was what filled that void for me. And I've played this game probably, I don't know, 5 to 10 times, whereas the other ones I've played, I think each of them once or twice at most. So I go back to this one regularly, but I don't really touch the other ones. And yeah, I love platformers, so this one has always stuck out to me, and I love playing it. So yeah.
Yeah, this one definitely has that more whimsical feel. Like it's not
Hmm.
like as like we don't get Jack in the Box with like an angry face. It's
Yeah.
definitely much more platformy. They do have some like non-platformy stuff with some of the vehicle aspects, but I love just collecting all the different like the orbs and going to all the different areas. Like you have the volcano area, you have the icy area, you have the islands. I like that. It was the first Naughty Dog game though that like didn't have like the you jump in like you select your level and you go into the level. It was
Yeah.
kind of like a pseudo smallish opener world, not open world, but smallish like open concept level where you can collect things at your own pace. It reminded me much more of a Nintendo collectathon than like the original PlayStation ones
Mm-hmm.
compared to those ones. But yeah, I like it. I like how Jack doesn't talk. That was my one of my favorite aspects of it. Jack doesn't talk, so Daxter is like the one talking for you, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like that. You're trying to the general plot is you're trying to save like the world because like there's these like people who these enemies who collected these like orbs and they're trying to like destroy the universe for some reason and you're trying to
Yeah.
stop them. And it is funny though that like how Daxter gets his like power. He falls into like a volcano, like this giant like crater, and then he comes out and all of a sudden he can talk and stuff. It's like it's so bizarre. It's so that whimsical platformer 2001 feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly why I like it. It had that more whimsical feel than the other ones. And I remember when 2 was announced and I was just like, I do remember being a little let down when it was announced, like, oh, I liked what the first one was and I enjoyed it for what it was. But yeah, the first one has always been my favorite and it always probably will be because I doubt they're ever going to go back to this series. So
You never know. Give us that Jack 4. No,
yeah,
we don't want that, guys.
we need a
We
sad
really
head
don't.
Jack.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you kept progressing, we probably would have got that.
Yeah, exactly. He'll have a beard and he'll be sad. Yeah.
Yeah. All
Great.
right. At number 9, we have Crash Bandicoot 3, which is Crash Warped. Um, Crash Bandicoot, one of my favorite series of all time. This had 15 points. So it was tied, but I put it at 9 because I like Crash better. Um, this is the third game of the trilogy. It came out in 1998. I'm a huge Crash Bandicoot fan, as we know. I love those games so much. Crash 3 is definitely, in my opinion, the weakest of the original trilogy. I think they rely a little too heavily on the vehicles and kind of the gimmicks, like, with Coco with the riding on Pura. The one thing I will say is the bosses in this game are the best of the original trilogy. The boss designs are awesome. I freaking love the Tiny the Tiger boss. I love that boss. I love the engine boss as Coco. I love just being in the spaceship and shooting her down, which is kind of funny because I just bagged in the game for using vehicles. My favorite level in the game is Tomb Raider, which is like the spin on Tomb Raider. It's an engines warp room. I actually love that game. I love that level so much where the water rises and there's the zombies running around in the hopping around in the coffins with spikes on them. Any of those like temple levels I really liked in Crash 3. I used to have Crash on the motorcycle as a toy, which is funny because I hated those levels in the game, but I had it as a toy, which is really funny. And now it's worth like hundreds of dollars, and I obviously don't have it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, none of the Crash games are bad. My first ever email was ncortex64 at verizon.net. No idea why. Kind of combined Crash and Nintendo there. But yeah, I love Crash. I know this is your highest Crash game on your list.
It's honestly
Crash mainline platformer.
Yeah, it's honestly because well, 1, 2, and 3 kind of blend together for me because I haven't played them that much since like back in the day, but I always remember as a kid, I never owned any of these games. I didn't own them until the Insane trilogy came out. But when I was a kid, we would, back in the day, you'd go to Blockbuster or whatever family video kind of thing you had around you, and you'd, rent your movie or whatever for the weekend. And I remember I rented this game multiple times. And so I really just have like that nostalgic feeling for this game. I love it because I remember renting it so many times just to play it on the weekends. And so the Crash Warped cover is just iconic to me because of that, even though it's, yeah, I mean, honestly, you're definitely the Crash guy more than me, so you probably are right on. It might be the weakest, but it's just the one I remember the most and loved the most.
They're all
as a kid,
so good.
So
They are
yeah,
all so good.
Yeah, I absolutely loved this one when I was a kid, and so that's why I put it at the top of my Crash 3 the trilogy platformers ranking, just
It's
mostly
fine.
because of that. Because
There's nothing
yeah,
wrong
because
with that. I mean,
yeah, because I have, you'll see, obviously I have this and two pretty close to each other because I did love both of those games, but it's just this one specifically I remember for that reason.
yeah, no, I freaking I love this game so much. Um, One thing I have I like family memories of this game because it was the one Crash game my mom would play. My dad played it. My sister played it. We would all just take turns playing it. I remember one night, like me and my sister had our own file, and we couldn't beat the engine boss, and we were trying and trying and trying. We went to bed. We woke up the next morning, and all of a sudden, engine was beat, and we had the Cortex's warp room was open, and we're like, what? And we ran upstairs. My parents were sleeping. We ran into we're like, you beat engine for us! You beat engine for us! Yeah! And we like freaked out. And it was super, like, I remember that so much. Yeah, and then there's a secret warp room you can get if you get all like the this game also introduced the time trials, which I freaking love, which they retroactively put in 2 and 1 in the Insane trilogy. But I love those time trials. This trilogy was probably some of my most played games of all time. So Crash 3 is
Yeah.
great. I mean, they're all good. But yeah, that had 15 points. At number 8, we have Crash Bandicoot 1. Oh my god. So this had 16 points, one more point. I had it at I actually had it at number 3.
Yeah, my apologies. I had it at 13.
Yeah, I know it's fine. You don't have to apologize. Listen, this is definitely the hardest of the original Crash trilogy. It is definitely the
Yeah.
clunkiest in terms of controls. But you know what? That makes it awesome. It came out without the analog stick, so it was designed for the D-pad. I love this game. So many of the levels are so challenging. To get the gems in this game, you have to get all the boxes and not die. So they kind of took that out of the future games, which I freaking love this aspect because this is not for children. But as a child, I was playing it. Obviously, we all know the cheat in Road to Nowhere. If you're a Crash fan, you position yourself so you jump on the side of the bridge and you can just run down the bridge and avoid all the hedgehogs and warthogs and broken tiles. It's definitely of the game. It's the most like 2D-ish platforming game.
Mhm.
Um, I love the different themes. I love the overworld map, like the different islands. I really like that. All the levels are island themed too. Yeah, I freaking awesome game. The plot is kind of weird. Like Coco's not in it. Obviously, you're trying to get like Tawana, which is funny. I love the bonus games in this. They're traditional 2D games, like traditional side scrolling. Yeah, no, I love this game, and I remember struggling to get off Island 1 as a little kid, and like freaking out when I finally got to Island 2. And I look back at it, and I'm like, wow, I can beat this game in a day now. I must have sucked as a kid. Like I was awful. It would take me
Yeah.
all day to beat the first Island.
Yeah. Yeah, this one, it's just like you said, it's like the roughest one to play. So I always remember this one was like the one I always kind of skipped over. I would play when I could, I would play 2 and 3 because this one it felt the hardest, the most kind of wonky. And this was out around the same time as Spyro, which again is what I played more. And because I
Oh, those
remember
were
reading
those are
about,
rotated in my house.
yeah, I remember I watched something about the games, and Spyro was like the first platformer that had enemies actually attack you, whereas in Crash they just kind of went back and forth
Yeah, it
when
was like a
the
regular. It's like a 2D platformer.
yeah. So that's what just one thing I always loved, and so it always just felt it just felt clunkier to me. So this was always my least favorite of the original trilogy, but obviously, again, like it's not a bad game by any stretch. It's just I preferred the other two, and this one I never really played much of this one until
Yeah,
the
no.
Insane trilogy came out. Then I did play it a little more, but yeah, at the time when I was a kid, this one just never really stuck out to me.
Dude, Road to Nowhere, unbelievable. Just freaking unbelievable. That level with the freaking bridge, and you're just trying to run, and like, oh my god, I love this game. The end of the game too. Some of the hard levels, like Cortex's factory, is pretty difficult. Yeah, just
Yeah,
God, I love this game. But yeah, if you've
yeah,
never
this
played
game's
Crash,
tough.
please go freaking play them. And
Yeah,
yeah. All
Yeah,
right,
definitely get
number
that Insane
7.
Trilogy if you don't have it.
Number 7. This brings me great disdain for you, Hodge. I really, really don't like you for this. It is Crash 2, the Wrath of the Wrath of Cortex. No, it's not Cortex. What am I doing? It's like one of my favorite games. How do I not? Cortex Strikes Back. What am I doing? I was getting confused with the other
Cortex
Crash
Strikes.
game. Jesus.
Yeah.
Cortex Strikes Back. I had a really brain fart there. Holy crap. This also had 16 points, but because I put it at my number 1 game, I put it at number 7. Hodge,
Yeah.
I cannot believe I put it at my number 1. You put it at freaking 14. No,
10.
well, you put it at 10. Maybe did I add it wrong?
2, 3, 4,
Yeah,
5. It
I
should be
might have done
6
the
points
addition
for
wrong.
me. It should be 6 points for me.
Yeah, they should have 21 points. My bad. All right, we'll talk about it right here then. We're gonna rank it right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. I love Crash 2. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Like I said, it's until Crash 4 was my favorite Crash game ever. I think the level design in this game is perfect. There's enough variation. Like they introduced like the jetpack, which I also had that as a toy, which was amazing. Yeah, I think the bosses are perfect. They introduced Tiny the Tiger. Tiny the Tiger. I almost said Tony the Tiger. Yeah. Engines introduced in this game. The first boss is Ripperoo, and that boss just freaking scares me. And I love him so much. And that's so much the fact that I like to use him in Crash Team Racing. But yeah, I love the different design. This introduced the traditional warp room. So you could go to much more different like aspects and different levels. Oh, it also has the Komodo twin brother bosses with the freaking dual swords, and they're throwing them at each other. They introduced the giant grizzly running away from the giant grizzly polar bear, which used to scare me as a kid. But yeah, I love this game so much.
Yeah, I'm looking at screenshots right now, and I am having a very good reaction because I did, like I said, I love 2 and 3, but 3 was always just the one that we rented, so that's why it always sticks out to me. But this one, these warp rooms are way more iconic than where you go in the third game.
Hmm.
And yeah, I do love this game for sure. But yeah, it was. I was actually thinking about. I'm like, maybe I should have. If I played them again, I probably would rank this one over 3. But yeah, just from thinking of that nostalgic era, that's all I was thinking about. But yeah, this game's a phenomenal game. I love playing this one as well. But yeah, I just
They also Coco's introduced in this game. They also introduce some huge quality of life aspects, like if you spin the Uka Uka mask, like you automatically get it rather than you have to pick it up. Like it would just in the old game, it was like a life, like it would just fall and you had to run and pick it up. So they introduced that quality of life aspect. There are some levels that are like really, really intricate and really super secretly designed. There are secret like exits and levels that you would not think of unless you're just like randomly running to every aspect of the room. Um, so much so there's like random like there's like one level with a section of nitros that are like stairs, and it's perfectly designed to show you that they're not real nitros because nitros would bounce up and down. These ones don't bounce up and down, and you're looking at it and you're like, I definitely can do something with that. And then you just go and you touch them and they don't explode, and you climb up them and then it warps you to a new level and you're like, what's going on here? That blew my mind as a kid. But yeah, no, I really love this. All the warp rooms are like themed after different ones. They have the space one at the end when you fight Cortex, you chase him down. Yeah, no, this game was heavily played in my house. Like all 3 of them were. But yeah, I freaking love it. Crash 2,
yeah.
baby.
There you go.
I can't believe I did I'm sorry, I can't believe I did the addition wrong. No, you had it at 10. You had it at 10.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you did.
it's just
Oh.
6 points.
Why did I do
3,
that?
4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 points.
Why did I only give it 20? It's like one of my favorite. Why? Maybe I just was. I don't know. I'm weird. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Oh well. That's why I don't teach math, folks. That's why I don't teach math.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. At number 6, really should be number 7. We have Uncharted 1. Definitively the weakest of the Uncharted trilogy. Why don't you take it off? You go first.
Yeah, so this is, I think, the weakest of the original, just the quadrilogy, so to say, not including Lost Legacy. It obviously had the weakest gameplay, but I actually loved the story. I remember the first time I played it, I was a little iffy on it because it was very Indiana Jonesy, and then there's a point where you find these new types of enemies. Well, I'll just say I don't want to spoil it, even though it's a 20-year-old game, but you find these new enemy types, and I was kind of iffy on that turn the game made, and I was just like, really, we're gonna go down that route? But as I played it more, it made more sense, obviously, because it's plot wise as to why those enemies exist. And it's a great game, but yeah, it is by far the weakest one in terms of gameplay. It plays the worst. I don't think it plays badly, but
I don't
that
think it
might
plays
just be
badly either.
yeah, because that might just be because we played it when it came out. I don't know, but because a lot of people when they're going into it, they're like, I might skip the first one, but I can think they're getting scared away by other people. But then other people are like, yeah, it plays badly. I'm like, I don't think it plays badly. It just doesn't play as well as the other ones. It's still a
It's like a
really, really good
2007
game.
game.
Yeah, I mean, like with me, I think Kingdom Hearts still plays great, but obviously
I do
that's
too.
not.
It does.
Yeah,
It does.
yeah, I think the first one plays great, but yeah, I love this one. It used to be higher ranked on me for the in terms of the series, in terms of plot, but as time's gone on, it has kind of slumped to fourth place for me in terms of the Uncharted games. But I still think it's a fantastic game. It's what introduces us to Nate Sully and why am I Elena? I think is her
Yeah.
name. Why am I blanking?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a great story. The chemistry was there. It was a funny game. The plot was entertaining and everything. So yeah, I love this game. It's just the weakest of the four, I think.
Yeah, same here. This introduced me to like this new level of Naughty Dog. Obviously, this new style of game. I had never really played a game like this before, like this
Mm-hmm.
open giant action adventure. I really loved it, and it started the series with that iconic opening where you're on the boats, the speed boats, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that just continues in all the Uncharted games with like that iconic opening that everyone kind of just remembers. That I
Yeah.
like the whole story of the game. I liked the gunplay. I thought it was really good. But again, just the other games are just better, like in terms of how they control quality of life
Mm-hmm.
aspects. The story is not bad. I mean, it's nothing like. I think the other stories are better as well, but it's not a bad story. My one memory though is I downloaded the demo of this game because I had no idea what it was. And I remember like playing it like all the time. Like this game's awesome. I want this game. So then me and my dad got it, and we were like, "Oh, this game's sick."
Nice.
But yeah, it was one of the first like big like, "Oh my god, this is like PS3. Like this is why you should get a PS3."
Yeah. No, I remember because I didn't get a PS3 until it was either
Oh
end of
nine.
2009 or start of 2010. It was because it was right after I dropped out of college because I got sick, not because I'm stupid, even though I'm stupid too. But yeah, I played this game and I loved it so much I went and bought the second one like the day after because it was
Yeah,
so good. But I love this game. It's great.
yeah. And we got the Nate.
Nerd.
Yeah. And of all the games, this doesn't. This has like the well, maybe not the fourth one, but it has like the least like magical like power aspect. Like there's not like I mean it's still in
Mhm.
there like the fantastical elements, but
Yeah. It
um
definitely there just like every other Uncharted game, it has a terrible final boss.
yeah, that's the perks of an Uncharted game. Perks
Yeah,
of an
just
Uncharted game.
horrible final bosses.
Yeah. All right. At number 5, we have Uncharted 3. Uncharted 3, which I think of the original 3 games is the best. But that's just me. Um,
I'm very back and forth on it between 2 and 3. It's tough, but I don't know. It's fantastic for sure. The
yeah.
2, 3, and 4 are all amazing games. The first one's great, just not perfect by any stretch. But
The S tier games, I'd say.
I love Uncharted 3. It's
Dude, the desert
fantastic.
section.
Obviously, yeah. The huh?
The desert
What'd you say?
section when you like get
Oh
stranded
yeah,
in the
like
desert.
it
Freaking
just kind of sucks.
unbelievable.
The only thing that sucks about it is that they wasted the the crate stuff in the movie. Like they should have adapted this movie or this game instead of that not great movie that was the Uncharted movie. But yeah, like that's like the iconic scene is you're there, and then you go in the desert, and then you find that desert town, and it's amazing. This game is yeah, it's awesome. And then obviously there's a twist at the end that's pretty good, but obviously again the final boss is terrible because it's an Uncharted game and final boss is
I
always
mean,
terrible.
playing as young Nate too, like that blew my mind. It's like, what?
Yeah, and then of course again the movie ruined that as well
Yeah.
by making
It is
them.
cool. You get Sully's backstory in this game too, which is really
Yeah,
cool.
it's so good. And
You
there's the
get
Easter
Drake.
egg for The Last of Us in it.
Yep, that is which no one found for like 2 years, which is hilarious.
Yeah,
I love that.
I guess it was
You
it was
know,
supposed to be removed or something, but
yeah, I
they
guess some
didn't.
like dev just didn't. Oh, we're gonna leave it in there. Yeah, that opening bar scene fight was so cool. I remember playing that and being like, "Whoa, this is sick!"
Yeah,
Freaking bar
yeah.
fight because I was 2011, November 2011. So I had just turned I was 15 for a little bit. My sophomore year of high school. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be me at a bar one day fighting this guy. Yeah, I'm cool.
I was
No,
20,
I
so I
love
was
that.
waiting 1 year to do it.
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, I'm sure you waited. Sure you
No,
waited till
in
you
a
were
bar,
21.
I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm
Actually,
sure.
that's actually also a lot. Well, no, I never had a fake ID. The only time I went in bars when I was underage was when I was on the rugby team because I would just go in with the rest of the team and they didn't care.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
No, but I love like this was like such a showcase of like what the PS3's potential was, like with
Oh,
that
yeah.
bar fight scene with like the glass breaking, and even like in that village area where you can remember like you kind of get like not poison, but you kind of get like remember like there was those aspects where you go through the smoke and then you're seeing all these like crazy things.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
scene before that, like the first time that happens when you're fighting those guys in the town, like the side, like down the alleyway. I just like
Yeah.
love that whole aspect. I think Uncharted 3 is fantastic. I think many people would rank it higher than Uncharted 2 if Uncharted 3 was called Uncharted 2 and Uncharted 2 was Uncharted 3. If that makes
I
any
don't know.
sense to anyone.
Maybe. I don't know.
But yeah, no, I like it. I think it is the jump between Uncharted 1 and 2 is much greater, obviously, than 2 and 3. But
Yeah.
I mean, that happens when, games. Yeah, Uncharted 3.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, we'll get to it. But yeah.
Yeah. All right. Coming in at also 21 points is Crash Team Racing. Ooh, baby. One of my favorite games of all time again. I love this game so much. Obviously huge Crash Bandicoot fan. Give me a racer and I'm gonna freaking eat it up. It's better than Mario Kart 64. Don't hate me for that. It is much more skill based. I've said that many times. Story mode, awesome freaking story mode. You're running through the open world, racing people and fighting bosses. Well, racing bosses and the bosses all have certain power ups. I mean, Ripperoo, Papu, Pinstripe with his freaking machine gun going all over the place, which is actually supposed to be Scarface, which is really funny. He's like rip off of Scarface, which is hilarious. Yeah. And then you have the notorious Nitrous Oxide, who is now canon in the game thanks to Crash 4.
Oh, really?
This game we played so much. We played this so much more than Mario Kart 64. I had the multi-tap for the PS1, so we could play 4-player split screen. I loved it. Oh my gosh, Crash Team Racing, some of the best maps too. And then the remake they made in 2019, Chef's Kiss, one of the best games ever.
Yeah.
I put well over. As I said before, I was ranked in the top 50 in the world in that game online, which is ridiculous. I would play that so much. I played over 3. That is when a game is got its hooks in me. Is if it's an online game and I am playing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I played this when I was a kid on PlayStation, but I replayed that the nitro fueled one when it came to Xbox, and yeah, I played the crap out. I beat it. I didn't get I was trying to see if I got all the achievements, which I did not because I'm pretty sure a lot of them are very hard.
Dude, I was the 4th person in the world to get the platinum trophy in this game.
That's crazy. Yeah,
not in the world. 4th person on PSN profiles, so no one corrects me.
Oh yeah, yeah. I looked at it. I put 12 hours into it, but obviously it's not that long of a game. But yeah, I really loved it. Obviously, I like Mario Kart more just because I play it all the time with my friends. But I will say this is probably the better kart racer. I won't argue with you on that one. I just prefer Mario Kart. But no, yeah, this game is so good. I ranked it at 7 just because I like some other games better. But no, this game is phenomenal. It is a great kart racing game.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah,
it
I
was number
love this
two on my
game.
list. It was
Number
number
two,
two on my
yeah.
list. Yeah.
Yeah, so I really loved this game, but yeah, I did only rank it at number 7. But yeah, this game's a hell of a lot of fun. If I had obviously if it were like Kart where a lot of people have it and play it, I probably would have played it with friends more. But since no one I know really plays it that much, other than you now, obviously I didn't. When did I play this game? I had to earn these trophies back in. Let's see, I earned it 2019. So I
Yeah,
don't
it's
even know if I.
2019.
Yeah, I don't even know if I
No, we
knew
didn't
you
know each
then.
other. I didn't know Hodge.
Yeah, so I didn't know anyone playing this game, so I did not play it after I beat it. But yeah, I loved playing it. I played the crap out of it. I just didn't get all the achievements because I knew I wasn't gonna be good enough to get them all, so I didn't I didn't find it worth the
I
time.
freaking love this game. Oh my god. I have
Yeah.
a real quick before we move on. I have a really fun story about Hot Air Skyway. The you know the map in like the sky with the balloons the hot air balloons everywhere. The blimps everywhere with pinstripes on some of the balloons. It's called
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's
yeah.
like his main map. You verse him on the map there. Hot Air Skyway. So we were kids, right? Well, not even kids. I was probably like 13. We were still playing Crash Team Racing because that's how we are. Um, we're playing it, and we're playing on that map, and my sister is in first place, and she decides, you know what? I'm so cool. I'm gonna wait at the fin. I'm gonna wait like behind the finish line. I'm gonna wait till someone, and she like, you can put it so you can see behind you. Like you
Hmm.
see, they put
Yeah.
the camera to see behind you. She's like, the second I see someone, I'm gonna cross the finish line. So she's sitting there, right? I scope her out with like one, the bombs, like the bombs you get like with the skulls on them. Scope her out
Yeah.
with one of those bombs, but instead of falling forward, she fell to the side and fell off the map. And so I zoomed past her, and then someone else zoomed past her too. It was great. Oh my god, it was awesome. Yeah,
It's like the rabbit and the hare right there. That she
yeah.
got she she
Uh,
hit got that
hot,
karma
yeah.
hit her.
Shout out! I just want to say shout out to Hot Air Skyway is my favorite map. Cocoa Park, freaking love that map too, and Papu's Pyramid, 3 of my favorite maps in the
Ooh,
game.
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
a weird guy because I actually like Crash Nitro Field as well. So I was pumped when they Crash Nitro Kart. I was pumped when they included those in the remake.
Okay. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't realize that, or like that they weren't part because like I never owned CTR. That was another game that I just kind of. I think we might have rented that one also, but I played it either with friends or whatever. But
Yeah.
so I don't remember the original as much. It's mostly the remake that I've played.
Dude, the
Yeah.
original for the PS1, we had a steering wheel and pedals for it. We could play with that.
Ah,
It was awesome.
nice.
It was so
Very
cool.
nice.
I'm pretty sure that was really for Gran Turismo, but my dad's like, "Oh, you can use it for Crash Team Racing."
Awesome.
All right, all right. At number 3, we have Uncharted 2. Uncharted 2 with 25 points. With 24 points. 24 points.
Alright.
Uncharted 2. Hodge, this is your favorite game of the Uncharted games, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I
because
want
this
you to
one.
take it away.
Yeah, because like I said, I played the first one when I bought my PS3. So after I beat it, I went and bought 2, and this one absolutely blew me. It just obviously it's iconic, that opening where he's just waking up on the train, and you're like, "What is going on?" Then you climb up and out of it, you find the dagger, and then it cuts back to the past, and it's just a great way to open a game. And then I loved the abominable snowman kind of levels and stuff like that. Just that whole area was so cool. It was such a step up from the first game that I was just blown away by this one. I liked the I guess I liked kind of the what's the word I'm looking for? The thing they're trying to find. I liked it more than what the third one was. I think that's why I like it more, because obviously the gameplay is even better than the third one. Like they just keep improving on it. But this one, it was just so iconic to me. Like this, is, I'm pretty sure this is what I named as my console defining game when we did
You
that
did,
list. Is
yeah. You
yeah,
did.
this one, it just, this was my favorite game out of there until obviously a game we'll get to later. So yeah, I just, I fell in love with this series because of it. And obviously, I had my PS3 just before the third game came out, so I was playing the crap out of these two before three came out. And yeah, I love everything. Obviously, the story of, uh, which I don't always like in sequel games, of where they find love in the first game, but by the second game they're broken up for reasons, and it's like, oh come on, just let them be together. But then I like, one of the funniest lines in the entire game is where Elaine is just like, "Hi, I'm Elena, last year's model." Just like, it's a great like thing for uh the little like love triangle between her and Chloe and Nate and stuff. And
Yeah.
yeah, the dynamics and the humor in this are so much better. And yeah, I love this game in terms of the Uncharted games. It's my favorite one for sure.
I also like Flynn, the one of the main villains. The one at the beginning
Oh
I teamed up
yeah,
with at first. Yeah, he's really
yeah.
cool. Also, shout out to Tenzin. Freaking love that guy. I love that whole village aspect of it when you're in like the mountain
Hmm.
area and then like
Oh
you're
yeah,
going through like the caves. That is so cool. And like Nate can't like communicate with Tenzin. Like he has like subtle ways to communicate with them because they don't speak the same language. It was super cool. Graphically, it's insane. Shout out to Lazarevich. Remember that? What a great boss fight that is, Lazarevich.
yeah.
I
That
will
was
say this: of the
so
Uncharted
fun.
games, that this is probably the worst final boss fight, Lazarevich.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I'm not huge on another one, but yeah, that this is probably the worst one. Yeah.
Yeah. I love how they trace it back to like the Nazis too. Everything
Hmm.
goes. They go back to like the Nazis. It is so cool though. I really like the overall aspect of this game. The opening is definitely the most iconic opening in any of the Uncharted games. That train
Yeah.
sequences. I remember seeing that for the first time and being like, "Holy crap! This is running on the PS3. What?
Yeah.
Like, what is going on right now?" Yeah, it was super cool. This is actually the first game that I ever bought my own copy of because my dad got me my own PlayStation 3. I got my PS3
Oh.
Slim, and I remember getting that. And he's like, "This is your own. You don't have to share with me." And I remember getting my own copy and being like, "Let's go!" And then realizing I'm like, "Oh my gosh, all those stuff I had on that old profile, that's all linked to Dad's account." Crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I'm just
but
looking
yeah,
at
Uncharted 2 is
screenshots. And
phenomenal.
yeah.
Phenomenal game.
Yeah. But
And
the
shout
other
out
one
to
that
that
we haven't gotten
multiplayer.
to is there as well. But
Yeah, shout out to that multiplayer too.
oh, dude, I love that multiplayer. It
It
was
was
so much
fun. People
fun.
still play it.
Yeah.
People still play it.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, that was fun. That was
Um,
so fun.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have Uncharted 4. Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. Um, this is my favorite Uncharted game by far. This had only one more point. It had 25. Um, I love this game. I think it is the perfect way to end the series. Well, end Nate's story, to be honest. I love the whole aspect of him. He's like retired and he's like trying to like regain the glory days and he's like working for like a company and he's like, "Oh, you're scuba diving, but you're really just like, no, you're just trying to like, work for this crane to help move these like rocks for like this company." And then he gets approached and he's trying to hide it from him and Sully. They're trying to hide it from Elena, and like the whole thing is like aroused. They take a lot of the cool aspects like the more open aspects of Uncharted 3 and kind of expand them even more. They introduce new weapons too. That is really cool. I think the plot is phenomenal. The game is definitely longer than the other games, but I love this game. It is so good, and I remember people were so scared when they announced this game that it was going to be like, "Oh, we're gonna make The Last of Us into Uncharted. It's gonna be sad, and there's gonna be no humor." Nope, this game was pretty freaking funny as well.
Yeah.
Um, I love the whole party section when you're sneak into like the it's like the giant party. Everyone's wearing tuxes, and I love that whole aspect of the game. It is really cool. It's awesome.
Yeah, the only reason why this isn't my favorite Uncharted is because it does the thing that I don't like that sequels do, where it introduces lore that didn't exist before. So that's his brother. And it's
Yeah,
like, so it's like, after 3 games of nothing said about his brother, all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, by the way, this brother that was a huge part of my life, and it's like, wait, what? And then it also undoes the first game where she's like, what's his Drake never had kids, and he goes, none that you knew of, and so it's kind of this thing of he's a long lost descendant of someone who they didn't know
Yeah.
existed. And then in this one, it's just like, no, our name is whatever, but we're going to call ourselves the Drakes. And it's like, oh, come on. Like,
Yeah.
you just undid that. Like, I wasn't huge on that, but obviously it's a beautiful game. It's the best looking one because that it looks incredible. This game looks so good, which I really wish that they had done the original trilogy in this style, like instead of kind of the
Oh, and
remaster that we got.
Yeah.
I wish we had gotten more of that, but
Granted, it did come out like a year and a half before Uncharted 4, the trilogy.
yeah, that's true because they wanted you to be able to play them on PS4 before this one dropped. But this is actually the game, by the way, that I bought a PS4 for. I did not get one at launch, but when this game came out, they had the Nathan Drake edition, which was like this really cool blue and gold one, and I got that PS4, and it was awesome. And I regret I sold it to a friend because I got a Pro when it came out, and I regret selling it because this console was so cool looking. But yeah, I love this one. The plot is obviously very good. I remember at the time also thinking like this one's a little too long, but when I replayed it, I think it was like 4 years ago. I think I replayed it. I loved it, like completely loved it that entire way through. Like I did not feel like it dragged at all. I loved every moment of it. But yeah, this one obviously I love the pirate stuff. It's so cool when you get to the city and it's like all how it is. It's just finding out the lore of everything that happened there. The final this is like the least supernatural of the games. Like this one's very realistic in that sense, and yeah, like finding out that he's lying to Elena about shit, and like it's just this game is incredible. But yeah, the only reason it's not my favorite Uncharted is, like I said, that just random addition of like, by the way, he has a brother and here he is. It's like, okay, come on. Like,
I will say this: the prison segment of that game, when they show you the full prison segment, that was pretty
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, that was. I mean, that was a great way to introduce him. Like that, he thought he's been dead for however long, or like that. That makes sense. But like, yeah, it was just kind of it felt a little shoehorned in, so I wasn't huge on it for that reason. But yeah, other than that, this game is incredible. It's definitely the best how it plays the best. Obviously, graphically, it's the best. I love this game. It's just that one thing of the sequelitis of we need to introduce lore that was not previously there. That always bums me out with sequels, but yeah, fantastic game.
Yeah, and we got to play Crash Bandicoot 1 Boulder Dash in it.
Yeah, yeah. I love that they added that. That's so funny.
All right, and obviously at number 1 had the same amount of points, but I put it at 1 for you, Hodge. The Last of Us.
What was your number 1 game then? Was it 4?
Mine was Crash 2.
Oh, Crash 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Crash 2
yes.
was my number 1.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, Last of Us, this game is a perfect game, I think. Obviously, we disagree. I think it's better than the first, I think it's better than the second one. It's an incredible story, incredibly well acted. The world is scary, and I don't know. I I love this. Obviously, the show doesn't do it justice if that's the only thing you've seen. But if you're listening to this, obviously you're probably one of our friends who's a gamer and you have played it, so you'll understand that. Yeah. So this game, I remember when it came out, just being blown away by what this game is, and yeah, it stuck with me. Even I got my cousin to play it, who he's not a huge gamer. He's kind of one of the he plays the annual COD, and that's about it. He doesn't play. He likes BGS games and really about it. But I got him to play this, and he wasn't a fan of the gameplay, which is fine. I think the gameplay is good, but he wasn't a fan of it. But he stuck through it because the story was that incredible that he wanted to see it start to finish. And this was kind of the only bad thing about it is it was Naughty Dog's pivot towards everything has to be sad and serious. And it's like, all right, not every game has to be a sad, serious third person game. Like, we can have some levity in our games,
I mean,
but
we got a levity with Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy.
yeah. Yeah, but yeah, it's I guess, and we'll see what Intergalactic is, but yeah,
I think
this
it's gonna
game,
be a little. I think it's gonna be a combination of the two.
yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, it's not that games can't have more serious moments. That's what happens in any good drama or dramedy kind of thing. But yeah, this game, I don't know. I just think I absolutely love this game. I was blown away by it. I bought it again on PS4, and then I bought it again on PS5. I was part of the problem with those remasters, but I love this game so much that it was worth it. I mean, then again, I did spend the $10 for the Last of Us 2 upgrade, despite me not liking that game that much, or thinking it's just all right. But yeah, I think this is their best game. I think it's perfect. It didn't need a sequel. It was great as is.
Yeah, this game's awesome. I think it's phenomenal. I remember I was blown away in 2013 by it. I like couldn't believe it. I went in like knowing nothing about it, like really nothing. So I
Mm-hmm.
had no idea there was like these like zombie creatures. Like I had no. I'm like, whoa, what the heck are these? I had
Yeah.
no idea, which was kind of like mind blowing at the time. I just avoided all like coverage of it. Um, but yeah, I thought it was super fun. That opening just hits so hard. Every time I play it, it hits even harder.
Oh yeah.
Super compelling, super interesting game. I mean, there's so many points in this game that you just like, you have to experience for the first time, and like if you don't understand, like you just don't understand. Like you won't get it until you play it. Just like I say the word giraffe, and I never see it the same again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Traveling the country is super cool. Seeing how like the world just like has fallen apart and like I mean, think about it. Such a short amount of time in 20 years, it's fallen apart.
Yeah. Yeah. I the one thing I will say also that I forgot to say kind of when we were talking about two was the Joel and Ellie like companionship in this game is so perfect. Like he's the guy who's like, I don't want to be here. And you're just cargo until obviously later on it changes, and
Mhm.
she's always like, she's scared, but she always hides it through humor, which is like a good coping mechanism for a lot of people. Is you use humor to kind of, but she was always that sarcastic teenager at the same time. So it's not only a coping mechanism. She's just, that's her personality, which was honestly probably my biggest issue with part two is that Ellie was not Ellie in that game. She had no sarcasm in the sequel. She was just serious. I never felt that she had the same relationship that she did with Joel. Her and Dina, I hated Dina. I just couldn't stand that character. And so they never had that same chemistry. Abby and Lev, they never had that same chemistry of Joel and like Joel and Ellie's relationship in the first one is the best relationship in any of those games, and that's actually the one thing I did like about the show is that they kept her humor. That she wasn't completely stoic the entire. Obviously, sometimes it was a little over the top where like they're fighting clickers and she's like click, click, like doing that crap. Like I didn't like that, but I liked that they kept her as her in the second season of the show, whereas in the second game she lost all of that. She was not that person anymore, which obviously you could argue that, well, she lost a character and so she's going through it, but I just don't think you'd lose your entire attitude if something bad happened to you. She would still be using her humor, and she never did in that game. But in this first one, she was a perfect character in that sense, that she was a very deep character on what she did, especially find out in Left Behind what happened to her and her friend. Like it's a very traumatizing event for her and everything. So Ellie in the first game is a perfect character, and in the second one, I lost it with her a little bit.
Oh, I totally get that. Understandable. Yeah. No, I mean,
Yeah,
I think we both think the game's great. On Last of Us
yeah,
One, I mean,
yeah.
it's great. But yeah, that
And
was
Bill's
our
better in the. Bill's better in the
that
game than in the show.
yeah. I do like the Billstown level. That is so cool. Um,
Yeah, for sure.
so that was our ranking of our Naughty Dog ranks. Just to recap, at number one we had The Last of Us. Number two, Uncharted 4: Thief's End. Number three, Uncharted 2: Among Thieves. Number four, Crash Team Racing. Number five, Uncharted 3: Drake's Deception. Number six, Uncharted: Drake's Fortune. Number seven, Crash 2: Cortex Strikes Back, but it should be higher because I'm an idiot. Number eight,
Yeah, it
and
should
don't know
be
how
at
to add.
3.
And don't know how to add. Sorry. Number eight, Crash Bandicoot. Number nine, Crash Bandicoot Warped. Number 10, Jack and Daxter: The Precursor's Legacy. Number 11, Last of Us Part 2. Thank you, Hodge. Number 12, Jack 3. Number 13, Uncharted The Lost Legacy. Number 14, Jack 2. And number 15, the only real bad game on this list, Jack Combat Racing. If you love Jack Combat Racing, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, exactly. I think in the graphics, I'm going to move Crash 2 up to number 4 because that's technically where it should be.
As it should be, yes. Because I'm an idiot and don't know how to add, hence why I teach English.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll double check the work before I make the graphics. But
What's an addition sign?
Exactly, yeah, right? The
But
plus. Yeah.
That was a good episode. Great Naughty Dog ranking episode.
Yeah, and
right.
Midnight will have to let us know next week how he ranks the games he's played. I think he's only played 2 of them.
So Tilu 2, Tilu 1. There we go.
Yeah, which I think he already said he likes 1 better than 2. But yeah,
all right. Well, thank you for joining us, everyone. Again, leave us a comment, leave us a review, and we hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Well, you're listening to on Monday, so we hope you had a wonderful weekend. Hope you hit all your parlays. Hope you hit all your bets. Yep.
And go Bears. Yeah. They haven't played yet. If you're listening Monday,
go Pats. Hopefully the Patriots beat the Raiders. Yeah, probably. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah,
it'll be a close one. Yeah.
See if hit a parlay. I know it. Hit a parlay.
There you go.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Well, looks like my summer vacation's over.